Amazon error 8572 is stopping you from creating a listing even through your UPC or GTIN was purchased directly from GS1. Before you buy another barcode or submit another random appeal, watch this.
Why is it rejected?
In this case, GTIN was completely legitimate. The real problem was a brand name mismatch hidden inside Amazon's catalog. Amazon was comparing the GTIN against the wrong brand information, and that caused the listing submission to fail. So today in this video, I'll explain what error 8572 really means, why valid GTIN can still be rejected, how the hidden brand mismatch happened, and the correct order for fixing the issue. A seller was trying to create a new product listing under their registered brand. They entered a UPC as the external product ID. The barcode had been obtained directly from the GS1 and it belonged to the seller's company and it was being used for the correct product. But Amazon blocked the submission and returned error 8572. The warning stated that the product identifier did not match the brand records. At first, the seller assumed the problem was simply missing documentation. That assumption was understandable, and they expected that if they sent Amazon their GS1 certificate, trademark documentation, and proof of brand ownership, the error would disappear. But after investigating the case, we found the problem was deeper than missing paperwork. The barcode itself was legitimate. The issue was information Amazon was using to validate the barcode. So before I go further, let's quickly clarify a few terms. GTIN. GTIN is the journal term of product identifiers such as UPC, EAN, ISBN, and JAN codes. A UPC is one of the type of GTIN. GS1 is the organization that issue and maintains product identifier. Amazon may use GS1 information to verify which company or brand is associated with the particular barcode, and the brand attribute is the brand name Amazon stores internally for a specific ASIN, so that the internal brand value may not always be identical to the brand name that appears publicly on the listing. This is where the problem started. Error 8572 does not always mean that the barcode is fake, recycled, or purchased from the wrong source. It means Amazon could not verify the relationship between the product identifier and the product or brand information attached to the listing. That distinction is extremely important. A GTIN can be completely legitimate as GS1 and still be rejected by Amazon if the brand information entered on the listing does not match the information connected to the GTIN. Also, the fact that the GTIN had never been used before did not prevent the error. Amazon could still compare the new GTIN against a brand name entered on the listing and GS1 ownership record and the legal or authorization information connected to the seller account. Think of these as three separate identifier records. The first is the brand attribute stored in the ASIN. The second is the brand or company information connected to the GTIN at GS1. The third is the legal entity or authorized seller behind the seller's central account. The exact validation process is not fully visible to the seller, but the practical lesson is simple. These records need to tell a consistent story. So back to the case. The ASIN stored an abbreviated brand name NG. However, the GS1 record showed the full brand name Next Grade. A person would understand that both names refer to the same brand. Amazon's automated validation system treated them as different brand identities. So that created two connected problems. First, Amazon had the wrong or incomplete brand name stored on the ASIN. Second, Amazon rejected the GTIN because it was validating the barcode against the incorrect brand information. This is why the GTIN issue could not be solved independently. So Amazon continued checking the barcode against the wrong brand name. the same mismatch would continue appearing. The brand attribution had to be corrected first. Only after Amazon recognized the correct brand identifier could the GTIN be reviewed properly. The listing was for a new branded product. The ASIN status was restricted. The root cause was the brand attribute store on the ASIN did not match the full brand name registered with GS1. The core issue was that Amazon was validating the GTIN against the wrong brand identity and the requiring proof that the legal entity was affiliated with that brand name. So before contacting selling partner support, the seller had simply submitted the listing, received error 8572 and contacted support. So they had not yet prepared the GS1 documentation or the affiliation document needed to explain the relationship clearly. Now let's talk about why one appeal round was not enough. The first instinct after receiving error 8572 is usually to send every document available: the GS1 certificate, the trademark, the letter of affiliation, the product images. Sometimes that approach works, but sending a large collection of documents does not automatically correct the catalog data. Each document answers a different question. The GS1 certificate or GS1 lookup help answer the questions: which company or brand is associated with this GTIN? The trademark helps support another question: who owns or control the brand? Product images help answer this question. Does the physical product show the same brand and barcode submitted to the Amazon? The letter of affiliation answer a different question: is the legal entity selling the product authorized to represent the brand or GTIN owner? These are separate verification questions. If Amazon's brand attribute is wrong, submitting more document may not fix the underlying mismatch. The appeal must first explain what information is incorrect, what the correct information should be, and how the evidence connects the brand GTIN product and seller account. Amazon has also tightened product identifier validation because of the historical misuse of recycle or improperly assigned UPCs. This is why even a GTIN purchased directly from a GS1 can still be rejected when the listing data does not match. So the solution is not always buy another UPC. The correct approach is to work through the problem in sequence. First, stop repeatedly submitting the same listing. Repeated submissions with the same brand mismatch can create more confusion and may lead to additional restrictions. So second thing is compare the exact brand information in every record. Check the brand name on the product packaging, check the brand attribute on the ASIN, and check the GS1 record. Check the trademark or brand registration, and check the seller account documentation. And do not rely on abbreviations or names that are only similar. And third thing is request a correction to the ASIN brand attribution if Amazon catalog record contains the wrong name. Do not casually create a duplicate ASIN or change the brand feel to a different variation simply to bypass the error. Use a proper catalog correction process and keep the explanation consistent. And fourth thing is prepare the evidence package. This may include the GS1 certificate or GS1 record, clear product images showing the brand and barcode, trademark documentation where relevant, proof of company ownership, and a letter of affiliation or authorization document if the seller account name differs from the brand or GTIN owner. And fifth thing is submit a concise support case explaining the mismatch. Your case should clearly explain that the GTIN is legitimate, but the brand attribute store on the ASIN did not match the full brand name connected to the GS1. You can write something like this: hello Amazon support, I am requesting a review of error 8572 for ASIN. The submitted GTIN, the number, was obtained directly from the GS1 and it is associated with the legal entity or the brand name. The error resulted for a mismatch between the ASIN brand attribute, which displayed brand name, and full brand name registered with the GS1, so which is the real name. The brand information has been corrected or is being reviewed for correction. We have attached the GS1 record, product images, affiliation documents. Please validate the GTIN against the correct brand information and review the restriction. Only include statements that are accurate and supported by your documents. If the seller account name and brand owner name are different, explain that relationship clearly. This is where a letter of affiliation becomes important. The goal is to help Amazon understand one compare chain. This is the brand, this is the company that owns or controls the GTIN, this is the product display, the brand and barcode, and this is the legal entity authorized to sell it. The main lesson from this case is simple. A valid GTIN does not automatically guarantee successful ASIN creation. Amazon also needs to understand how GTIN connects to the brand, the product, and the legal entity selling it. When the error 8572 appears, do not immediately assume that you need to buy a new UPC. First, investigate the brand information Amazon is using for the ASIN. Check whether the full brand name matches the GS1 record. Check whether the product packaging displays the same brand and barcode. Check whether the seller account is connected to the brand owner through clear documentation, and the barcode may be completely legitimate, but if the Amazon is comparing it against the wrong brand identity, the listing can still be restricted. So before opening another case, find the mismatch first, because sometimes the problem is not the GTIN. It is information Amazon has stored behind it. If you found this case study useful, follow or subscribe for more real Amazon listing, catalog, and compliance investigations. And if Amazon has ever rejected a valid UPC or GTIN on your account, share your experience in the comment section.